Another thing on Mr. Mamas who adopted the black baby.
I 100% agree with this woman. So this black woman is talking about this white gay man who got online and started talking about parading around his baby and asking the black community for tips on how to do her hair and this, that, and the third. I don't know how to do black hair and this, that, and the third. So what the fuck is you sitting there with an adopted black baby for? What are you doing? Why are you sitting here with a whole baby you don't know anything about? You don't know how to take care of her. You don't know what to do. But you're sitting... That makes me so... That traumatizes me. It really does. I get very traumatized when I see stuff like that because it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you here? Like, why are you... This is the same group of people who fed our babies to alligators. This is the same group of people who, is kidnapping and raping our kids at an alarming rate in the United States of America. Or did you not know that we're like the pedophile capital? And it's white men, mostly. This is the same country, this is the same group of people who, puts our kids in detention, jail, and the ground more than anybody else. What are we talking about? So we're okay with them adopting our kids. And I love how she pointed out, this is the hill I want to die on too, girl. I love how she pointed out, or I don't want to die on this hill, but I will if I need to. I love how she pointed out how, the black community is responding to this. And some people are talking about how they don't appreciate how the black community is responding to this because they're responding in ways that are basically approving of this. It's not all of us, but a lot of us are, coon-nations. And we like to approve of things that are done by white people and other people who are not black. But anytime a black person does something, it comes under such scrutiny. And it's just ridiculous to me. It's just like, this is the same group of people who run around telling everybody they don't see color. You don't see the kinks in my hair. You don't see any of the differences until it's time for you to culturally appropriate. Then all of a sudden you see what braids are. And you understand that we have a different kind of hair. When it's time for Asian people to start sporting fros, then it's time for us to recognize hair. Ridiculous. And the differences. Bitch, please. So it's just crazy to me because it's like, a big part of me also thinks about the fact that there are so many people out here who are probably just trying to prove that they know that they would be a better black person than anybody else who actually is black. And they'll prove it by raising a black girl and making her the best of the best. And it's like, are you decades behind on the conversation that we've consistently had about how black girls and black people who grow up in privileged situations have better advantages because they grow up with a lot of the privilege that they're extended by their white parents, especially a white father figure? Ridiculous. It's just crazy to me. It's just like... You get on here. One thing that I'm really upset about, lately, is a lot of people getting on here, making content in very passive aggressive or what's the word? Facetious ways, under false pretenses. Somebody will get up here and say that they want advice on something, but really they just want attention and they want you to give them that attention. They already know the answer that they're looking for. They might not even be looking for the answer. They might have never looked for the answer, but they want you to acknowledge them and to give them the attention that they're looking for. So right now this guy is making money off of his account because all of these black people went over to his page, and other people who are not black who love to fly in the face of what black people claim our plight is. We experience racism and everybody will look for a reason to disprove that, They liked that video and they gave him the clout that he was looking for. And now the monetary means apparently that he has been looking for. So congratulations. But are you going to take care of your daughter? I was raised half of my life by white people. I have a very Black family. I come from Black people. Both of my parents are Black. Both of their parents are Black, on both sides, you know. um, um, their parents are Black, and their parents are Black. Like, I mean, it's just like you keep going. But I do have a white step grandfather who married my grandmother, and, you know, my sperm donor's mother. And she hated me, but he showed it a lot less. But he hated me too. But I went through some crazy stuff with these people. Like, I mean, that man was racist. He tried to humble me and my race by saying things about, like, our race of people. He called me the N-word, his children the N-word. I mean, it's really just crazy to think about the crazy things that you go through. I live with white foster parents who actively worked against me in, you know, life in general, just because, and did not support me because of certain racial and certain gender differences. So me being a transgender woman, you know, things like that. Like, you know, I actually just talked to my old foster dad about a situation that he, you know, these are not, I mean, as much as white culture likes to tout that they're so amazing and that, you know, they're all about accountability and doing the right thing and being upstanding citizens and this, that, and the third, and being, you know, genuine people and nice people. It's not about that. It's just about being fake and fucking getting what you want. And being PC to a certain degree. And because if it was about that, and if he was about that, then he would take ownership for what he did. And he would say, you know what, Lynn, I didn't support you back then when I should have. You know, the situation I'm thinking about in particular is when I was gone off on by the gay principal at my school, Miss Phillips, at Central Visual and Performing Arts High School, Miss Amy Phillips. She went off on me when I was going to high school there because I had a dress on that showed my bra in the back, my bra straps. And she said that I was trying to seduce students. And she said, these boys don't want you at this school and this, that, and the third. She tried to act like I was all over these guys and stuff when they were really actually actively tormenting me and giving me a hellish experience at this school. But I came to school every day despite that and excelled in a lot of things. But, you know, that didn't matter because, you know, she was okay being a butch, you know, lesbian woman and being the principal of the school and having that, you know, stereotypical early to mid 2000s dyke haircut and shit. But I was not okay being a transgender woman. Just goes to show you that, you know, even within the community that I'm in that's marginalized, I'm still marginalized within that community. Like, even within the Black community, I'm still marginalized because I'm Black, or excuse me, because I'm trans. And then even within the LGBTQI community, I'm marginalized because I'm trans. So it's like, it's a big one. But anyway, you know, and don't get me started on how good I look. That's problem number one. But, you know, it's just crazy. And don't get me started on my voice. By the way, I just released a song. Look me up on YouTube, Lynn Ferguson. But this type of stuff really upsets me because I've been through situations like this where I've had white people who did not stand up for me, where I've had white people who have actively had problems with me in you know, our relationship and stuff like that because they actually are racist and they don't understand that the way that they were raised has taught them how to be racist and unwittingly, how to be unwittingly racist. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you believe certain things about Black people. You have certain preconceived notions about Black people that you don't really recognize and until they're pointed out to you. And then even then, you are in denial about them, this, that, and the third. Like, you know, I think that it's just a very good example when I'm talking about, you know, like my old foster dad and, like, how he's not able to take accountability for things. And how if you really get, like if you, like, bring up something that he did wrong, he immediately loses it. And it's crazy because it's like, this is supposed to be somebody who's, like, got it all together and, like, they're looking at you like you're crazy because every time you overreact to things. And he's also a therapist, so it's kind of weird. But it's like, what? Y'all hypocrites.